Hello seekers, welcome to Pages Astrology's Hiranya's channel. Now there are certain planetary positions that are getting extra affected by the current planetary movements. Saturn has moved into the sign of Pisces and this has created a lot of chaos, and we can already see that it is causing market fluctuations, losses, ups and downs, anxiety, and that is why I have launched these yoga programs. Because I know that you have to do something that cleanse you internally and helps you take breath easily, and through breath work and meditation you can achieve that state of mind that remains unaffected. But still, in spite of your bestest of the effort, there is a certain category of people who always have worked really hard, has that extra energy in their mind and body, and can go that extra mile and achieve whatever they have tried to achieve, and has turned out to be an overachiever in many cases, and at least in certain cases they have the necessary enthusiasm. And I'm talking about people who have a very powerful Mars in their birth chart. Something is happening around that Mars, especially if you have a Capricorn Mars. So if you're born with Capricorn Mars in your birth chart, if you're born with Mars in the fire zodiac sign in your birth chart, that means Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, or if you're running a Mars Mahadasha or Antardasha, if you have Moon and Mars conjunction, if you have Saturn and Mars conjunction, if you have Mars and Rahu conjunction, or if your Mars is very closely associated with your Janma Nakshatra, that Mars is going to cause problems right now. And a lot of people who have exalted Mars, Capricorn Mars, is facing an extra amount of difficulty. Now your question is, why? Let's discuss that in detail in this video, focusing more on the Capricorn Mars. If you have a Capricorn Mars, this video is for you. Even if you don't, this gives you a great academic learning about Vedic astrology. It's a technical video. It's not a ascendant-wise video. So I hope that you watch this video till the end so that you get to know more about Vedic astrology, and these nitty-gritties is what makes a horoscope special. So stay tuned till the end. I will also talk about certain remedies and what we are planning to do on Hanuman Jayanti, which is one remedy for Mangal. Also, you can take my consultations. My consultations are available on my website. You can directly go, link is in the description box and on the screen. And if you want to book a 300 plus pages comprehensive report, a system generated report of your personalized horoscope that is specially catered to your date, time and place, which gives you a lot of details about your life, your personality, remedial suggestions, then you have two options. One, you have personalized Kundali report, which is system generated. Having a Kundali in your pocket, in your phone, in your tablet will come handy, because whenever there is a transit and you are watching such videos, you can directly go to your horoscope and check how it is related to your own horoscope. How is the Dasha Mahadasha right now running in your life? And for that you can book a Kundali PDF report, which is an elaborate report, a system generated 300 plus pages report, which caters to your need of all the astrology data. It feeds you with not only your basic charts but also detailed Shodash work chart, divisional charts, all the types of Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardashas, and also an overview of 10 years of your life with current year predictions. This gives you a great guidance and a bird's eye view of your life in the future, how the future holds for you, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to take that step that you are thinking of. So book your Kundali PDF today and keep the destiny in your own hands. You will get a bonus numerology section if you book our detailed Kundali PDF. For more types of PDF reports catering to different yogas, catering to all the 20-year analysis, 10-year analysis, check out the website. And the second is called Astro Remedy Report, where I am going to create a PDF manually by my own analysis and will give you some remedies which I think is best suited for you for the current Mahadasha or Antardasha, and some basic tips. So check that out. The link is in the description box below. Both reports are very, very helpful in your overall journey if you do not want a big consultation, or if you don't have a lot of questions in mind but you really want best out of the current time. Let's start the analysis of what is wrong with Mars in Capricorn and what is happening in the career of such people. Let's discuss. Now if you see, the third house represents strength, courage, power, efficiency, your communication, your ability to spread word, your ability to fight back any resistance. So if you want to achieve, third house is the first house that gets invoked. It is the first house of the Kama Trikona 3, 7 and 11, and it is the first house of the Upachya houses 3, 6, 10 and 11. Third house is also the house of relatives that are one arm away, one arm distance away. They are neighbors, there are short distance travel, and you see shoulder movements, your hand movements, your writing ability, your expression through action that is hidden in the third house. Now remember, all these attributes are of third house. Third house from anything, Lagna, moon or a planet. When we see third house from the Lagna, we are seeing your absolute ability to act. When we see third house with respect to moon, we understand your ability to face the resistance, face the hardship, and how strong willpower you have. And when we see third house from the planet, any planet, you see the strength of that planet, how much that planet will actually deliver in the real time is seen third house from the planet. What is third from? Now take Mars in Capricorn. Third house from Capricorn Mars is Saturn. Now you will say that Saturn was over Capricorn. Well, in 2020 to 2023, when Saturn was over Capricorn, it was over exalted Mars. It was creating a lot of restriction. And a lot of people were able to adjust because it is sitting on your head. You are bound to follow. But when it affects the third house from Mars, it kind of targets your ability. It's like, imagine like this. When Saturn is over your Mars, you are carrying a load on your head. You can still walk. A third house Mars is like you are handcuffed. You are tied. Your hands are tied. You do not have any degree of freedom. Mars, which is exalt, means it is drawing complete strength from Pisces, which means it can take you cross the ocean. Does not matter what difficulties you have in life, it will give you that extra amount of courage that will always lead you to the path of success. Because Mars also aspects the Aries zodiac sign from Capricorn. Mars has fourth aspect on Aries, its own zodiac sign. It protects the Aries, it protects your life with its entire force and energy. Now what is happening? Now Saturn sits with the sign of Jupiter, which is the Pisces zodiac sign. What else? Remember, when Saturn sits in Pisces, it aspects Taurus. It aspects 5th from Capricorn Mars. And it also aspects Sagittarius. It is aspecting 12th from Mars. So, it is hitting the Mars where it matters the most. Its expression, its ability to act, its productivity, and also creating fear of loss. So now you are feeling the pressure, the heat of missing out. Sometimes in career there are difficult situations, you can't do much about it. You are feeling the resistance, you are sensing the problem, but you can't find the solution. And overall, Capricorn Mars, this is not about ascendant, this is not about zodiac, just Capricorn Mars is facing that stiff energy push. One hope is Jupiter being in the sign of Taurus. Because when Jupiter is in Taurus, Jupiter is in the 5th house. It is aspecting that Mars. But remember, if Mars is in Capricorn, Jupiter is aspecting its sign of debilitation. When Jupiter is aspecting the sign of debilitation, it won't produce positive results. It will in fact trigger Mars more. Maybe somebody says something negative about you, they are right, they are correct, but you don't accept it the way it is, rather you take it as a challenge. That becomes the attitude. But when you try to prove, Saturn stops you. It stops you because you're not getting the support. It stops you because you can't travel. It stops you because you are unwell. It creates health issues. It creates psychological problems. Mars is completely trapped now. Saturn also aspects 9th from Mars. Imagine 5th house is blocked, 9th house is blocked, 12th house is blocked. There is no exit. Dharma Sankat, Purusharth blocked, and productivity, 5th house is also blocked. This creates a frustrating impact on Mars, which is highly indirect. And if you try to see it from a very objective point of view, you will be like, there is no problem. But the more you go into depth, the more frustrated you feel, and so you have to do something about it. What? What can you do? Number one, you have to understand that if your Mars is exalted, it means that your Mars is in Saturn's zodiac sign. That means this Saturn can actually create perfect level of exaltation for Mangal, but for that you have to follow the path of discipline. Discipline is something that sounds very simple, just a general advice, but try to follow it for 6 days and you will understand your power in the 7th day. When I say discipline, I mean fixed time for everything. At least you plan and try. Even if it's not happening, you keep trying. Second, when your hands are tied, that means you have limited ability to move. You need to create the best you can do within that frame before you try to break free. So expect lack of resources, but also show that you can do the best with what is given to you. Bloom where you are planted. That will be the motto. 5th house is affected from with respect to Mars. It means that stay quiet. Less expression, more action is what the Saturn demands from you. And then 9th house from Mars is also affected. That means Saturn is trying to remind you your dharma. Saturn is trying to remind you what your true energy is. Where does it lie? Does it lie in fighting or does it lie in creative manifestation? So you need to be more creative, more feminine, more fluid and more connected to the nature. That should be your way of life. So in this case, praying to goddess Shakti, chanting Durga Saptashati, Durga Saptashloki, chanting Durga Mantra or praying to any form of feminine goddess becomes a brilliant remedy. And because Mars is exalted, it is highly masculine. There is one more way, that is praying to Bhagwan Hanuman, because Bhagwan Hanuman is an energy that has surrendered to the divine. And for that, chant Hanuman Chalisa. On 12th of April, there is Hanuman Jayanti. You can perform Puja. We are there to help you. Contact our team. Still, if you can't, at least do Hanuman Jayanti, special Hanuman Chalisa Pujan at your own place with your own efforts, but in a disciplined way. You have to take a sankalp. You have to pull up a count and just do it. You have to prove that the Mars and Saturn is not creating a choke on the Aquarius zodiac sign. Now, if you have Mars in Capricorn, Saturn in Pisces in transit, what is happening with Aquarius? It's choked. It's in Pap Kartari. So help is less. Your independent action is more. Your time to act is very, very, I will say it's now. It's high time that you do something about it. One more way to handle this is through yoga and pranayam. One of the reasons why I'm launching yoga pranayam sessions repeatedly, pushing it. People are thinking I'm marketing. No, I'm just trying to create an awareness that yes, yoga and pranayam is there for you. Don't book it from me if you don't want. Book it from somewhere else. But get it done. Try to bring in the discipline of the yoga and the discipline of the Shwasa Sanchalan, the pranayam. You control your breath, a lot of things will be controlled in your life. If you want it from us, we have specific horoscope, specific Kundalini program where I check your horoscope and design certain yoga plans for you, me and the yoga teacher. And then we come up with some brilliant plans, 3-day, 5-day plan for you. You can discuss with our team. More in details will be given to you there. But do something. And the best remedy for this will be to help someone in need, even if you have a little less of a resource. Prove that you can walk that extra mile. And that Capricorn's Mars will feel better. One more reason for doing this is because from May, Jupiter will move in your 8th house from Mars. One more reason to do this is because Jupiter will move in your 6th house from your 5th house in the month of May. What does that mean? It means that Jupiter will be free from Saturn's energy. Jupiter will aspect the 12th house. Saturn will aspect your 12th house from Mars. I'm talking about Mars in Capricorn, not the ascendant, which means that Mars gets an option to free itself, but Jupiter in 6th means dharma seva. So you have to do some dharmic karya, some seva. Even if you are in West, you don't know what to do, help someone in need. Meditate. Tratak dhyana, hatha yoga, kriya yoga or hiranya kriya will help you on that. Thank you for watching this video till now. Just wanted to give you this message. More will be coming soon on this channel. Stay tuned. Thank you.